Get cozy. It's been a little while since we jumped into this Epic Vlandian campaign. And here we are, King Hal and company outside Ortesia. The StrengthenAI mod is loaded. And of course, with the events of the DLC coming, this has been a little while in coming, friends. So I apologize for the delay with this. Although, of course, the channel's had plenty of content. Welcome back again, friends, to another episode of Tactical Enlightenment. Our YouTube channel is dedicated to all things Bannerlord related. Welcome to our Epic Vlandian campaign. We're in the very late stages here. King Hal and company are carving out a vast empire in the west. We just destroyed a very large force here. If I'm perfectly honest, I don't remember who it was. Oh, here it was. It was Wazuban's army, the Aserai forces. I do remember the huge battle here. I just didn't remember who it was against. And we're pretty beat up here. A lot of the companions are banged up. All the Patreon supporters are still with us here. We've got some upgrades to do and a decent looking army still. So, what's the next step on this campaign? I got to be honest, I'm catching up a little bit. I haven't played this campaign in a while. We're still on 1.2 with this campaign, and Wazuban escapes the battle and is heading to Yalmyris. Legeta is under siege, and if I remember right, this was the Khazate, so it looks like we've got to deal with them. I don't think we have any other armies in the field. Let's try to figure out what to do here. 1,330, 3,000? 4,200. Okay, so there's no other armies. We have all the armies called to us, right? Yeah. Okay, that's fine for now, because who knows how many Khazate are up here? There may be 4,000 or 5,000 at Legeta. It seems like at this stage of the campaign, every single foe is bringing all of their troops to the table. We should have 2,500 by the time these other armies get to us and we heal. I don't think we're going to make it 160, 150. We're going overnight here. We're going to slow down. It's going to be close, but we're going to have ourselves a brawl here if we do make it. Okay, we got just a glimpse of one army. Of course, the Aserai have been begging us for peace. There won't be any peace with the Aserai. We've got a bunch of their nobles, of course, in chains behind our main army here, including Wazuban's daughter. You know, and on a role-playing level, there's some people advocating just to execute them all, get rid of the Aserai threat for good. We shall see what happens. Man, we have very few archers, 400 archers. That's not a good recipe against the Khazate, and there is a shit ton of Khazate here. 42, 50-something hundred. Well, yeah, we're used to it at this stage. You guys are used to epic battles, and we have another one on tap here. It looks like we're just barely going to make it. 116. It's going to be close. Do some upgrades here. Our companions healed a little bit. This is about as good as we can do, right? At this stage of the campaign, people wonder, how do you get such high-level characters? Well, this is how. Fighting literally the biggest battle you've ever seen before every day, every other day in this campaign. It's been breathless, but this will be the culminating victory. If King Hal can pull off this win, this campaign, I dare say it won't be over, but we will have the vast majority of the Khazate leadership in chains, clapped right next to the vast majority of the Aserai leadership behind our army. And we can start to dictate terms, so to speak, across Calradia. Got to cross this bridge first, and holy shit, right? Look how many horse archers. Look how many Consguards. 200 and something Consguards, and that's just one army. So we're easily looking at 600, 700, 800, maybe 1,000 Consguard in this battle. This is going to get gnarly, and let's be intelligent, right? We're not just going to fight with our brawn here. We're going to use our brain. Let's figure out a plan here. I want to have a circular defense, right? Berwyn, you've done an outstanding job in this campaign on defense, and I think it makes sense. Let's see here. We don't really have the banners I want. I wish we had more decreased ranged taken damage. We're going to have to sort of slowly fight out a chess match of a battle here, and I think it makes sense for King Hal to lead an offensive division. He'll be in the fray, and so their units will be getting attacked in melee. Meanwhile, Berwyn here is going to get shot at. We're going to make a central ring. And let's see, we need one more cavalry commander. Marco's not on horse anymore. He would do in a pinch. He's got a little bit of riding skill. Who else could we assign? I also wish we had some pike bonuses, right? The 30% extra damage to cavalry, because we're facing a huge amount of cavalry here. No doubt they'll have lots of infantry and archers, but especially early in this battle, it's just going to be a stampede of Consguards, heavy lancers, etc. And all right, here we go, Garrison. This is your big moment. Garrison Keeler with 30% extra damage to melee troops. You'll be also one of the attacking cav divisions. Now, let's see here. It's going to break down, you know, in the first 10 or 15 minutes of battle because there's going to be losses. The bottom line is it's very hard to get even your own character through a huge battle like this, much less companions. We will try to keep you guys alive. Obviously, the Death for All mod is cranked, right? So hold on to your seats if you got a character in this campaign. This feels, you know, kind of like it's for all the marbles here. We're outnumbered, but we should get some reinforcements from local troops. There's a couple armies that'll probably join us. So late in the fray, we should get more troops. I don't really see any significant perks here that we can upgrade. But this is the kind of battle where, you know, it might come down to the last 200 troops. So let's be intelligent. Let's come up with the plan. I'm going to be a little bit more exacting at the beginning of this battle, I think, than I've been lately, because this is no joke here. A huge Khazate force. And if we lose this, right, we're really back to scrounging up a garrison at various different cities. We'll really be on our back foot if we lose this battle. So this one is kind of do or die. Theoretically, we could run from this battle because they're sieging, but I don't know if retreat is really an option here. We'll see how it plays out. Let's just win it first, right? Let's not worry about retreating. So 3 cav divisions. Second, how do I want to do this? This is going to confuse the shit out of me, and maybe you guys too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a central ring defense around skirmishers and archers. We will have infantry in a square to start. We've got skirmishers. We can also, yeah, I said that before. We'll put them inside the ring. And then I'm going to have 2 attacking cav divisions. We have lots of cavalry. It says 4 horse archers. I hope we have more than 4 horse archers. I've got to reset the 4th division. That should change some of the numbers. But what I'm going to do here, Berwin, you've got defense duties again, right? You're basically going to be holding the fort. We'll put you in the 8th Corps. The reason I want to do that is because we won't get reinforcements in that 8th Corps. If we play defense with the 8th Corps, then it'll be easier to manage our reinforcements. A battle like this is very much about managing reinforcements, putting them in the correct units, and then using those units to destroy the enemy, right? You can't just charge a battle like this. You lose. Horse archers will just pick you apart, and we will get destroyed. So get a few last captains assigned here. It feels like we're missing a captain. I don't know if we've got somebody on quest. Ento the Black. See, like the 4th Division, I'm already thinking in my head, early on, the 4th Division is going to be horse archers, because that division, little tiny division of archers, is going to get destroyed. Ento, Ramirez, you guys are in for it. We are going to protect you guys, right? We're going to put you, it's probably a cool feeling, right? Your character's inside a ring of cavalry with infantry and skirmishers supporting them, surrounded by Berwin, right? The chief scout here for King Hal. That's got to be a good feeling for you fellas. I think it's going to be structurally sound too, right? The Khazate will surround it and shoot at it, and those troops inside there will have a layer of protection. So the 3rd, 8th offense, the 1st out in front in a square, and I think that's about as good a plan as we can come up with, right? We can use Garrison again. He can be in the 2nd. So 2nd and 3rd are charging. See, I'm already confused. 2nd, 3rd. 8th is defense. I'll probably fuck it up a few times. The proverbial deep breath, right? Hold on to your seat, fellas. This is going to be another monster brawl. Go! And we're going to move up, too. I want to use those rocks. This is going to be basically a mad scientist approach to killing 2,000 horse archers. Maybe they have more than that. They have at least 1,000, probably 1,500 or 2,000 horse archers. So how come the circle's so big? Shrink that shit. They're rushing in, of course. We've got to do this quickly because very soon the arrows are going to start to fly. And I would not be surprised if this entire first front wave of horse archers, all Consguards, 400 Consguards. Somehow we have to destroy them. Now we are towards the back of the map. That's not really by design. But we will be able on some level to sort of pinch the enemy We're not going to sit at the very back and play like cowards. Our ring is, you know, a couple hundred meters in front of the back, but we are going to use the back to sort of herd the enemy, trap them against those rocks, trap them against that second circle, deal with these other cavalry, right? They have tons of other heavy cavalry, as if it wasn't enough. All these cons guards, and they are literally, it's a whole line of cons guards, just as far as you could see, shooting as fast as they can, you know, fuckers. But we've got our decrease taken, melee attack damage. We've got elite armor. This is the kind of battle maybe we can survive halfway or 2/3 of the battle before King Hal goes down. All right, let's keep moving up here. Let's get this second, 4th, and 5th are going to be married early on. The 6th Division skirmishers. God, it looks bad so far. They just have a ton of good troops. And it wouldn't surprise me if they have high-end lords. I didn't look. You know, my mind's whirring 100 different miles an hour. Some of these Khazate lords are edited, so they have, you know, some of their troops will have 300 hit points, and their lords have 300 bow skill and shit like that. All of their lords have 500 or five times the normal hit points, right? So they're going to be immensely difficult to kill. I got to whip my shield out. Now, this is a battle where the shield is going to be especially essential. All of these archers and cons guard. We'll see if my horse survives. My horse seems to die every battle. Man, this is bad looking death spam. I thought this would work well, but it looks rough so far. Maybe our units just have to get their feet set. Of course, we're also bringing in a flank of cavalry. That might be part of the problem. But I'm not thrilled with how this looks to start here. There's a lord right there. Just laughed at a 140 shot across her face. And of course, it's devolving early on into chaos. It's going to be difficult to make order of it early on here. We just don't have enough infantry and archers. Eventually, I think what we can do is use those rocks. I think we're on some level, we're going to be able to trap the horse archers as they try to circle. We'll be able to herd them towards the center and then use those rock walls to pin them, right? In fact, we could put a division of infantry near the rocks, and then when the enemy's trying to retreat to it, we'll stuff that infantry division into the hole, basically making it a solid wall, right? Rocks and infantry, and then we can have them charge. I'm already getting excited about the tactical opportunity. 316 horse archers, and we've already killed a bunch. Well, it's time to start doing circling and focused attacks. The horse archers, by far, are the major threat here. There's some noble just standing out in the middle of the field. Get the hell out of here. This is a Battanian noble. All right, let's start trapping these guys. There's just a huge amount. So that's the gap over there. Look at that. We can stick the 6th right into that gap in a square. Horse archers just sort of strafing them as they come through. And let's try to herd these boys right through the mass of our troops. God, it's a lot, though. Now, we're near the back of the map. Yeah, see, so the enemy's near the back of the map. They're sort of forcing us to fight back here. And we're going to use those rocks, right? There's no doubt, right? I'm not moving. As long as the enemy's coming to us, we're going to take advantage of it. Damn it, they're not coming through. They're doing about the smartest thing they could do. You know, smart fuckers, blocking everything. Damn, and they just retreated. Well, I should have said earlier, strap yourself in, right? Anytime you get a battle like this against 5,400 enemies, we're going to be here a while, even if we have a resounding victory. This is going to take a whole lot of killing no matter what, especially with horse archers, the way they play cat and mouse like this. We're gaining levels. That's a good sign, right? Willema Tell, that's a, you know, we just had a little bit of fun with one of the characters, and maybe she'll be renamed eventually down the road, but I did have a fella, I can't remember who it was it Nate? Somebody wanted William Tell, and she was a female character, so I'm like, all right, well, how about that? A little compromise. And look at this lord, just won't die. Already slashed her several times, and the random soundtrack plays the Attila music. How beautiful is that, right? And look at this. This is awesome. Get over here and jam these boys up. They are jammed in here pretty fierce. Kill them, boys. God, it's a lot, though. Just the whole battlefield seems like it's cons guards. They're behind me. They're in front of me. Get in there and fight. Now, cavalry does a decent job against horse archers, right? Against cons guard. Not great. Cons guards actually in tests, you know, actually do better than like Banner Knights hand to hand, which is ridiculous. But that's just the potency of cons guards. Die! At least we've got our legendary glaive here, right? And King Hal is turning into like a legend on the battlefield. This guy fears nothing. He kills everything. And they are jammed in here fierce, right in the river. Get all these units in here and kill. The infantry can charge, the cavalry can close in and bottle them up. Let's have just an orgy of blood. Now here's where you got to be careful not to get shot point blank or get smashed with the glaive several times. We got a nice little pinning mesh. In fact, let's use this cavalry on them as well. We no longer need this defensive line. They're trying to escape. Jam it up, boys. You guys ain't getting out. Kill them all. Fucking Banner Knight in my way. Look how badly they're mauled. They're getting their heads chopped off while they're trying to escape. Ramirez gains a level. Beautiful. Oh shit, there's tons of Jav-Cav in their army as well. All right, back off. God, they must have Sturgian units. Of course, in this campaign, you guys have gotten the hints. The Khazate are the powerhouse. They have the most territory. They have the most troops. This is going to be daunting. Reset that circle. We're starting to get a stream of reinforcements. Let's see if we can maintain order here. Let's pull this 4th Division back. We don't want to commit until the enemy makes us. As long as they're bringing horse archers forward, we need to focus on... Oops, oh shit. Thank goodness I didn't get shot to death there with the accidental finger touch. The RTS mod has this great ability where you can just make a shortcut to speed up the game or slow it down. I think that's great. Right, starting to feel like there's a semblance of order. You know what? I've just decided, and I probably, you know, we could have done this earlier. You see the power bar? Now you don't, right? It's just going to vanish the rest of this battle. I like you guys in suspense. I don't know. Who knows how many forces we've killed or they've killed. It's been a mess of chaos so far, and this battle has a long way to go. We're going to have to hold ammo fire here. The enemy's resetting, right? And so, of course, we want to reset. We want to take that time, get all these guys condensed. We've got a ton of infantry now, and King Hal likes his infantry. We'll see if it's a weakness or a strength against so many horse archers. We've got a lot of sergeants. We've got a lot of legionary or other decent infantry. And we've got Skolderbroder and Lake Rots, right? We have these minor clans. They're a pretty significant part of our army here. The circle looks good. I like the circle in the river there, too. They're in a nice protective bowl. They got rocks over here. That's a good spot. Of course, the enemy still has to come to us. We'll see. 2nd and 5th are archers. I might split, or I might combine the archers at some point. I might want one more cav division here. It's nice to have the maneuverability of 3 different cav divisions, especially when you're using one exclusively for defense. So, 166. We're starting to dwindle their horse archers. It's good. Better good. Oh shit, there's a huge cav charge coming. All right, let's get the infantry in front here in a wall, bring cav lines up, set up archers, and we can try to get a flanking attack with cavalry. This is a big charge, and they have horse archers circling. Damn, this is fucking gonna be nasty. Let's try to do a little bit of trapping action. Their cavalry's charging our infantry. Thank you very much. We've got to kill them quick because the horse archers are still back there circling. Oh shit, and here's just a line of Fiend champions. These armies we're facing. It's awesome. Kill them, boys. I see some guys getting trucked there. All right, let's bring this cavalry. We've disrupted the archers. Oh shit, we go Superman style right into the fray. Oh, we got them bottled up, something fierce here. Their cavalry's butchered, charged from behind with the 3rd Corps. All right, let's swing around and attack their horse archers. Bring the 4th, 3rd, and 7th. Come on, get over here in a hurry. Let's confront these horse archers with our own horse archers and charging cavalry. I'm starting to get in the groove here. Sometimes it takes a little bit in a battle. You got to kind of remember what divisions are where. Hurry up, 3rd Corps. We need you here yesterday. They're starting to circle. It's more cons guards. We butchered their cavalry, though. We were ready for it. Let's cut these cons guards off. Maybe we can force them through the center and then clamp in with these two different divisions. That'll work beautifully. We're still wrapping up their cavalry down there. Oh, they're going the other way. Time to follow them. Right through the center. Get the infantry over here. Third and fourth. Damn, they're coming through pretty quick. There's no way I can move units that fast. But at least some of them went through the gauntlet. And they're turning. Yeah, go ahead and turn right into this gauntlet. God, they're everywhere too. Man, these battles are fucking stressful. We gotta hold fire, and yet at the same time, like we're getting peppered. 180 horse archers, they just fucking reanimate like it's a...
Line formation! After me! Fire!
Might get a nice... Nah, I thought they were gonna come between the rocks there. It really has been just cat and mouse with these horse archers, and it's a never-ending division, right? Just like our forces that keep getting reinforcements, they're getting tons of horse archer reinforcements. We've got them pinned against the rocks here, though. God, it's a fucking chaotic battlefield. There's troops everywhere. Hopefully you guys aren't dizzy. I've tried over the, the course of months to be a little bit more steady. They just backed into our cavalry. Charge them. Push them the other way, boys. Herd them like sheep. I try to be less jerky with my movements. It's not always easy, though, right? You're winding your glaive up. I'm aware some guys, this probably makes them dizzy or confused. Obviously, I do the best I can, and it's not for everybody. It's probably a little bit like a roller coaster. Now, we have something fierce tied up here, right? A nice line of banner knights in his shield wall, jamming them up. Kill them, boys. They got other cavalry here, too. We don't need to fight up here without the rest of our troops, right? They got a bunch of horse archers. Let's keep on pulling down to our support. Let's not overcommit here. I still have more than half a health bar. We're doing great so far. I've avoided that big hit. Honestly, I don't know how I've taken any damage. It must be just little hits hit. I don't remember being slashed hard once by a Kongsguard, but, collectively you get hit with 3 over there. I don't even hardly see any arrows sticking out of me. But let's stop whining like a bitch. Maybe we started the battle with a lot less health than normal, right? These battles have been completely breathless. And thank goodness there was a break between them. I had about a week between this episode and when we last played. What was it, the Asurai? The Asurai battle? That was a while ago. We're all rested, and our infantry's butchering shit here, right? They charged with infantry right into our hundreds of infantry and got shattered. We like that one. If they want to do that one again, we will volunteer. That circle's protecting the archers, but they're out of ammo. A lot of guys just holding up their shields. Only the high-end archers have any arrows left, but there's still good death spam. Infantry's blocking up those rock walls. They're having a hard time getting down here, but when they do, they pay for it. All chasing me, trying to kill me. Hey, you got one shot, dude. That's all you get. You had your chance. I don't think we want to chase him. Although we've got cavalry on that far side. Come on. Keep going the other direction. Oh, this is beautiful. They're circling right into our thick masses of infantry and cavalry. Keep on going, baby. Little closer, sweetie. We want them to go down there at this stage. No. Damn. Well, we're still licking them pretty good. We've got infantry in here clogging them up. Kill them, boys. Send these horse boys packing. And so far, we're executing really well in this battle. It's hard to know if we're winning, but I certainly feel like we're doing everything we can. Okay, they're counter-charging with cavalry. Let's pull right back down. Oh shit, they're charging in the valley with cavalry too. Charge with cavalry. The 2nd, 6th, and 4th can also charge. You don't want to charge our central ring here. You guys are going to get massacred. Okay, these guys are out of ammo, our horse archers. Wow, the horse archers, we've been able to keep them alive, but they're like all out of ammo. So we're going to have to use them creatively, right? We're going to have to, I guess we could try to trap them with heavy cavalry like banner knights and stuff like that, and then shove a bunch of cons guards in there as well. It's mounted shock troops, basically. Oh shit, that's the worst spot to lose a horse. Shit, let's get the shield out. Let's call the third to me in a square. Get over here, boys. Shh. Where are you, boys? Here we come. All right. Yeah, I hate to do this to you fellas. Make a square and give me a horse. My kingdom for a horse. All right, how about we just give you a little raise? I'm not giving you a whole kingdom. Get back on your horses, boy, and let's get the fuck out of here. All right. That wasn't bad at all. I lost a little bit of health there, but I still have half. Fortunately, I wasn't like right into the packed masses of archers, or I would just be dead. All right, man, this battle. 193 horse archers. All right, so I think let's try, right? The rest of their troops are sort of hesitatingly coming down and shooting at us. The second division is just charging way up into the enemy ranks. Not good. Those guys are getting butchered. That's a mistake. We could try to rectify it here, though. Most of them didn't get too deep, fortunately. These got to deal with these horse archers, though. It's almost 200 still. More are coming. They're circling hard this time. This might be our chance. Look at that shit. Yeah, you guys keep committing. Third, fourth. Let's try to pinch him here at the third, fourth. Let's move infantry back to you. Let's really focus on these horse archers. There's still a lot of cons guards in there. Now we've got cavalry behind them. So if they go the other way, we'll close in on them. And they are going down the valley. Let's get infantry back here. In fact, we might even pull that circle back. Yeah, we've got these boys clamped in on. It's time to kill some cons guards. They're going right to the back. We bringing all of our troops back. It's a party, and you guys are invited. Oh, we got them pressed up like against the back of the map, too. Push in, buddy. Oh, look at, they're trying to escape. They're running right through the hordes of troops. This is going to be a shattering massacre. Everybody charge. We maneuvered them beautifully here. They just got herded right into the grave. Make the river run red, fellas. Got to avoid a big slash here. Oh, shit. Beautiful. They got some kills there, but we did an awful lot of killing there. And the circle, we didn't even have to use it, right? We could keep that archer division in the center of the circle. I haven't been looking. Oh, you hit the rocks, dude. Not the greatest driver. I haven't been looking to see if there are a bunch of survivors from the companions. You guys are... Some guys really watch close to see like each kill with their companion gets. I just can't afford to. There's so much shit going on, and I'm trying to narrate and not look like an idiot. This shit's intensely difficult. I get exhausted by these battles. I mean, these are utterly, and they're emotionally exhausting too. You lose your sister. Rose died a couple 4 battles ago. She had been with us for 40 episodes, right? This shit's intense. And a fucking video game. It's alright. It's still intense. Now they have a huge amount of infantry and archers now. Interesting. I wonder if we can use a bit of a reverse slope decline here. There's a decent little option for us here. There's a river in between. It's not the slope you want right there, but I think that's going to suffice. If we put archers and skirmishers in broad open swaths down here, swaths, I don't fucking know. I think that'll be effective. We can drive cavalry in behind them if we need to. Let's see what this shit looks like. 66 horse archers. Okay, they're just holding a line. Let's keep focusing on their horse archers till that infantry does something. Don't really want to have any horse archers left.
Follow me.
I do not see the little white dot recording. Please tell me you're recording. Alright, that horse archer division is all but annihilated. We can assign those divisions to finish it. And they have a huge amount of infantry and archers rallying at the top of that hill. Let's confront this shit here. Let's bring forces over. That square will be useful because we can shove it in their face. Here's what I'm concerned about. I think they just charged. You hear the horns? That's probably them charging. Our troops are probably wounded from a lot of combat. We haven't had reinforcements in a while. I don't know. We're going to have to fight, though. They're charging hard. Let's form up lines here. They're bringing in a huge amount of heavy cavalry as well. 170, 164 cavalry. Holy shit, we've got a monster brawl on our hands. Do your damnedest, fellas. Give them hell. They're bringing in horse archers and cavalry from our left flank, too. It's getting chaotic. Holy shit. Troops poured down that hill. And they just crushed us with the cav charge on our right flank. Fuck. I gotta focus on this for a bit. The melee's just gonna have to do on their own for 30 seconds. We've got to deal with some of this cavalry. Shit, they have archers pouring over the ridge too. I don't know if we have enough ammo to confront them. Let's drive forces through them. We've got to deal with these archers. Tons of elite archers here. Being champs, master fucking archers, marksmen. God, that cav division too. They have so many troops, man. I want that many troops. All right, here we go. It's just got reinforcements, but that's what I was worried about. These troops that we had were on fumes. We were right on the edge of getting reinforcements, and our troops were badly injured, and the death spam tells you that. We're just getting worked. We have good infantry, and they're still getting worked. 39, 29. Those guys are finished. We might as well send in the last handful of archers here that are out of ammo, but we're going to have to reform new lines. This is the worst. Charging archers to get shot in the face for 700 damage. Let's get out of here. 2, 3. Try to occupy a few with the cavalry division. They've got elite infantry here. Fuck. Just try to occupy them briefly here with this cavalry. Where's the rest of our infantry? Is it all dead? It looks like it's all dead. These archers are going to die too. Infantry's moving up on them. Oh shit, I just got hammered. I don't know what that was. An avleaton maybe? There goes most of my health. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll drive the cav right through them, disrupt them. What is that over there? Archers? Why do we have archers that close? I can't quite tell what's happening there. I think we need to regroup here. Those are horse archers, not archers. I don't know why it's calling them archers. Let's back these guys up here. We do got a nice little rallying spot here. We can get archers up on this ridge here. We've got a bunch of troops that just poured in. These guys are fresh, right? So we can make a counter punch here. 4th, 5th. Let's split the archers. Let's make another infantry division here. We can make a nice V-shaped formation with these hills.
Move infantry! Move infantry!
135 cavalry. All right, we can do another ring defense here. 73 horse archers. All right, all right, all right. I like what I'm seeing here. This is a nice, strong reinforcement wave. Partly because all our troops there got annihilated. And, you know, that's going to happen in battles like this. It wasn't so much as a tactical mistake. You little fucker coming in spear bracing. It was that their troops were fresh and ours were not.
Attack! Archers!
That looks good. The infantry can start to push forward. I want to wait until a lot of their troops are here, right? We don't want to charge until there's a bunch of them to kill because we want to maintain this advantage. This position is a significant advantage. Archers reigning over our infantry. Cavalry in a nice big crescent there protecting that inner circle. And infantry up front in 2 different waves, right? They're unlobbing javelins and all kinds of stuff. We are down to tier 3 and 4 units. That's troubling. I imagine we have a lot of troops still injured from that battle against Wazuban and company. They drive cavalry just right through their archers, right? You just want to... We've been doing this more and more, and it's more just to distract, knock guys around. The cav runs through it, beats archers all over the place. Meanwhile, behind him, our murderers, all our infantry. And I think I'm just going to stay on foot. I don't really have enough health to fight. Or on horse. I don't really have enough health to fight on foot. You don't really fight on foot with 10% of your health left. You get, maybe I'll get shot off my horse too. That looks good. That cavalry totally distracted their archers. Our infantry are now on them. Let's start moving up archer lines here. If we can start to break their ranks because we have constant fire and really start to reduce their unit continuity, right? Break up their army continuity, maybe we can kill this Khazate force piecemeal. It's chaos, and I'm starting to get reduced to sort of commanding at the back of the battlefield. Got a bunch of archers here. Not too concerned about that. We can trample them. Keep moving these archers forward. I want to hold this ridge, especially now that we have crushed troops, right? So let's try to isolate these archers, destroy what's here. I like having the river in front of you, right? It also means that your troops move faster. Every single Khazate guy always trying to kill me. Oh, shit. Alright, we got to keep moving. Come on, baby. Start to slump in my seat. Getting nervous. It feels razor close. And there's like horse archers peppering us from behind. I gotta be careful not to get shot from behind when I'm not looking. They got guys just couch lancing our archers as they come up. Fuckers. They're trying to make a bit of a defense on the ridge there, but I think we just shove right into it, right? We have the infantry advantage. Our troops are fresh. We've got archers pelting them. Troops just everywhere. It just feels epic. Man, when you play with the Battlesize mod, all these different mods that we're using together, these truly feel like gigantic medieval battles. There are troops roaring and rushing into the battle, screaming everywhere. There's guys throwing javelins all over the place. It's kind of amazing the system can handle this, and it's fluent. Like, it's so fucking smooth, right? There's almost no stuttering or graphical effects. I mean, it's seamless. We've got a nice division of skirmishers there in a square. There's a bunch of lake rats in there. I can see their javelins. The rest of our infantry is moving up, but we've got 2 archer divisions. We're starting to hold a commanding position on the battlefield, right? We're starting to take over, not just tactical edge, but we've got our units in really good cohesiveness. Meanwhile, their horse archers are out here, every man for himself. And it's not going very well for them.
Stand apart! Attack! Charge! Attack! Soldier! Hold them! Infantry!
They've got a bunch of horse archers, but the rest of their troops now actually look like they're taking a defensive stance. We may need to hold ammo here for the next stage. In theory, they can play defensive. We're the one that are attacking them, right? It's a strange dynamic, but because they're sieging and we're attacking them on the battlefield, in theory, we're required to go to them, right? So they could just start to entrench here. They've got a shit ton of infantry and archers, and we have kind of the infantry advantage, right? We have a lot of infantry and not very many archers. And it is a little bit of a role-playing handicap, right? I would recommend you have the opposite angle or ratio of archers, right? Right now we probably have 80%, 75% infantry and 25% archers, between the horse archers. I think I would recommend 60% archers instead of 25%, right? We're really lacking. We do have a lot of skirmishers. I see all kinds of brigands, but you know what else I also see? Very low level units. When you could see a lot of color, that's actually a really good cue. If you see a lot of color in your army, that's not good. That means they're not in gleaming armor, right? Most of your armor is bronze and silver and it sort of gleams. If you have a lot of color like that, that means you're getting near the end. This battle is entering, stress maximum, capital letters. They are playing defensive too. They're going to make us charge. Fuck. This battle has had it all. What hasn't it had? And somehow King Hal is still on his horse. Alright, let's do... Well, they're moving up to the next ridge. No, they're not. They just pulled back.
Raise your shields!
We've got enough skirmishers to envelop them, and they're leaving this right flank open something fierce. Because of that low sloping angle to the river, we can get archers over there and just shell them from the side. We just got reinforcements. They're bringing up horse archers here. I guess we can fire at these guys. I don't really want to waste arrows here, right? And so you wait and wait and wait, and then when the moment seems right, then you open fire.
Fire at will!
and they unload a barrage of javelins and stuff like that. There should be a nice little wave of death here, but I also don't want to waste a huge amount of ammo, right? This battle has a lot longer to go still. I still see tier 4 and tier 5 horse archers in here. I don't think they have cons guards anymore, but there's still a lot of high-end troops on this enemy force.
Follow me! Outlaw loose formation!
Well, we have really whipped their horse archers. Now to deal with this main force of infantry and archers. Are they coming up? They're just sitting on that ridge. All right, well, we do have a lot of skirmishers. It's not optimal, but the enemy sometimes makes you engage, right? So we're going to have to push forward here. They're just not giving us a choice. I can't get 2 divisions down here on this flank over here, right? We can get archers, and the 5th division technically is archers, but a lot of them are out of ammo, so they're going to be charging. I see tons of crossbow just standing there holding their shield. That's almost always your sign that they're out of ammo. It could be because you're holding fire, but we're on open fire. And of course, they have a huge cavalry line waiting for us. They must have 700, 800 troops on the battlefield. It's so many cavalry and horse archers. There's a huge vanguard of infantry and archers. This is going to be extremely bloody, but this might be the time. We just got reinforcements. Let's push these infantry divisions up. We've got a nice flank here, right? The enemy's willing to let us flank them. The javelins are starting to rake us. They're throwing those little, the little spear javelins, right? The throwing spears. Let's get this square. I made a square here for cavalry defense on our right flank. I don't need those 164 cavalry charging us hard again. And of course, we can use them to collapse upon their infantry vanguard after the cavalry's pushed away. Let's push these 2 divisions up. And behind them, lots of archers charging. In fact, I see all kinds of sharpshooters running around with their shield up yelling. It's just out of ammo, right? This guy here, you're late to the party, dude. Somehow I missed. They're charging us with cavalry, but I don't think that's going to work very well. Shit, they have a lot, though. This is close enough, right? 4, 5, 6. God, they have that many cavalry still with all this infantry and archers, but oh shit, here they come. Hide behind the square. I have no health. Good job, you little woodmen. And man, we have a weak army now. I see all kinds of guys with their little Santa hat and a little cloth. Oh shit, we got to get cavalry over here right now. Let's get this 7th Corps up here too. Spread them out and get them on these archers. They've got a huge line of elite archers right here. A bunch of marksmen and sergeant crossbow. Fuck. Push in hard, boys. You just got to rush now, right? Once you've committed, you've just got to rush. And we may even stay committed. We'll see what this looks like. Got to get in and get out. Man, it's a bloodbath. On both sides, nobody's winning this battle right now. It's been just incredibly bloody. Minus a head, dude. God, they have a lot of elite archers still. All right, we got to get cavalry pushed in their face. I'm going to get killed if I charge down that line. And send them some infantry to deal with those guys. It is chaos. There's going to be reinforcements coming out behind us now, so we're going to have to just be fluid in the rest of this battle. We're going to have to push, push, push. Everything that we see, attack instantly and no hesitation, right? We're going to have to be hyper-aggressive. We've got a nice division of skirmishers here, but man, it's trucks and weak infantry, woodsmen. Come on, boys, get up here. Man, I see militia archers. Yikes. I wonder how many troops the enemy has. They've got middle and lower tier troops too. We've got the clash here, the final clash, we hope. Oh, those straight out looters and peasants. No shield. Get in here. We've got a nice line of strong infantry at the left side. So let's try to bring archers down and weak troops into this valley. If we can support with weak archers and little peasants running in, a little flank attack, maybe we can collapse on them. Man, we've just got to fight. Even though my character's about to die, you just have to fight here, right? Our army needs these 30 kills. King Hal can go around and kill. We still have a couple cons guards shooting. That's a good sign. God, tons of horse archers just poured in. It's a huge wave. And this has been an incredible battle. Win or lose, incredible. Right up there with one of the best battles I've ever been in. I just looked down. I was going to say, I have no health. My character's almost dead. My horse is dead. We're running for our lives here. And it's a huge, chaotic battle here. Come on, boys. Get in here. They're routing or they're rallying. Either way, charge. Just got to fight like you're possessed right here. Get up. We've got archers down there spraying up. That's good. Let's keep them pushed forward. Infantry's pouring up here, or I guess looters and recruits are pouring up here. Every other guy doesn't even have a helmet. Charge. It's pitchforks against pitchforks. We have a little bit of cavalry, but not much. 48, 6. We have a lot of infantry. Let's keep pushing it to this flank. Protect the archers. Come on, boys. It's recruits. Get in there. For glory. Oh shit, there's another line of strong infantry coming. I mean, strong because they have shields. Charge, boys. Get up this hill. They're surrounding us with horse archers, too. I can't believe they still have horse archers. What are we, a fucking hour into this battle? Fuck, this line is melting. I need support. Can't fight by myself. This horse archer circling. How is my character still alive? This is amazing. Come on, boys. Drive in there. There's just dust and carnage and body parts and horses flying everywhere. It's a huge clash. Get in there. Little Santa hat fucking Kazate dudes. We've got archers positioned well. I don't know if we have enough infantry, but this is the final press. Fuck, I have no health. They're starting to melt our lines here. I don't know if we have enough troops. It's close. Fuck. We're starting to lose ground. Shit. Oh, we're fucking losing. Damn. I don't know if these cavalry, if there's enough here. I guess we could try to make one last cavalry charge. I doubt it's enough. We have like 30 cavalry. How many troops are left? Fuck, the whole fucking valley's still full of Kazate. They're peasants, though. God, there's a lot of them, though. They're chasing infantry off. Our infantry is routed. I don't think that's going to work. Damn, we've lost this fucking battle. I just got raked by a scythe. Now I get the peasant beat down. We got a couple cons guards left. Oh, they got so many troops, though. Damn, we have lost this battle. And I can't escape. I mean, I could maybe, but I don't think we're gonna. I think we're just gonna accept defeat like a man, right? Some guys are like, take your losses like a man. Well, we do. And it is, after all, a video game, and that is the most enjoyable loss I have ever played in Bannerlord. Man, I mean, from a tactical perspective, that feels like my Austerlitz, like Napoleon's masterpiece. I don't know if I could have done anything more tactically there. And they still have 500 troops. Oh man, what a crushing defeat this is. I mean, we certainly held our own. We have nothing to hang our heads about, but defeat is still defeat. And now we got to see if anybody died. Oh man, I got like a fucking stress, tension, headache from this battle. This shit is costly. And yeah, we got 8 troops. I mean, I could leave here, but I think we would get rounded up, and it just feels, you know, we were just surrounded by 700 troops. It feels like if I rode off the battlefield with 200, it feels like we could do that, but we're just gonna say we lost here. I mean, it seems fair. We'll take our defeats like a man. Oh shit. Well, and speaking of taking our losses like a man, this feels like a Shakespearean tragedy. The main character killed in that epic loss. I don't know if he could have fought any better. Man, I did some fucking good tactical and combat work there, and it wasn't enough. Now, what a fucking battle that was. I mean, you guys are ultimately here for entertainment, right? Let's not get too solemn. How could you get a more entertaining battle than that? It was back and forth and chaos and tactics and blood and carnage. But the leader of House York is dead, and I can't put stupid Henry in charge, right? I think it's got to be Isegund, right? His sister's smart. She's got some steward skill. I think that's what makes the most sense, right? And what now, right? We do have, you know, a bunch of Aserai units in prison, but obviously a huge defeat here. This huge Khazate force, our Anglo-Saxon forces killed by Genghis Khan and company. Well, hopefully that was entertaining as fuck, because it was entertaining as hell for me to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We are going to wrap this episode up. I'm going to leave you with this scene here. I guess that's because it's Isegund is captured. That's why it's a female. In any case, if you want to see more chaos from this campaign, you want to subscribe, please hit that like button on the way out. Unless you're upset King Hal's dead. And with all that said, friends, I will see you next time.